Hi, Miss Everett here once again from A125, the Graduation Project Office. As you see, not much has changed, more papers, more handouts, but pretty much the same scenery. I tried to joke with some of the students at the last meeting period that I kind of felt like I was doing these videos that you see in the show Lost, but they didn't really get it. But maybe some of the teachers will kind of feel Dharma initiative-esque. And I even have made my own symbol, but it kind of turned into a weird little face. But anyways, I hope these aren't too incredibly boring like the Dharma Initiative videos. I know they're a bit dry, but we got to get through this stuff so you guys can do awesome graduation projects. So today the main focus was the product component. I know this is towards the end of your meeting probably, so I hope that you've gotten to go through the handout a bit and you looked at the PowerPoint that showed some different displays of what a product could look like. I know sometimes it's hard to kind of put that, get that picture in your head of what the product should be, but really it should display what you've learned. It should be something that is tangible and almost can stand on its own. So if 3 people came up to look at it, they could see maybe your process or what you created and what you learned. If you're ever having real troubles, you can always refer back to the rubric to see exactly what you'll be evaluated on. You want to make sure in the next couple months that there is a viable product that can come out of your research topic, because we don't want you to do your paper and then not be able to create a product. But I really can't think of an example where we couldn't figure something out what type of a product you could create, especially in the fashion of those display boards that you saw in the PowerPoint presentation. Remember, your product has to display 15 hours, at least 15 hours of quality work. You'll log that. We'll provide you the logs, but you'll log whenever you are working on your product, what you're doing and how many hours you spent on it. Of course, most of you will probably spend many more than 15 hours, but the idea behind that is if you're not going to get a satisfactory on your product if it's obvious that it's something you put together a couple hours the night before the products were presented. What if you do all your research and you want to change your product from what you initially proposed this spring? Well, that's possible. As explained in the handout, you can do that. You will be given the option after you complete your research paper component to turn in another proposal just for your product, not for the whole project in general, just for your product. That way, if you've done some research and it kind of takes you in a different way than you initially imagined when you put your proposal in, you do have the chance to do a different product if you so. Now, if your product is exactly how you proposed it here in the spring, that's great. You won't have to do another product proposal. This is just for people that are going to take their product in a different direction than they initially anticipated. All my daydreams are disasters. If you're going to change the entire topic of your project, this is your entire topic, not just the product. I know there's a lot of P's, so it gets confusing. That is a bit more of a formal process. You'll have to write a cover letter identifying why you are changing your topic, and that would be submitted to the Graduation Project Advisory Committee to approve or disapprove. And that's if you're radically changing your topic idea from one field of study to a complete opposite field of study. But as far as the product goes, that's an easy switch because you're still keeping the same overall project. You just might be, your product might be taking a different form. That's about all I have today. I will continue to update the website. There is a Facebook group out there if you'd like to join. It's a good way to get quick email blasts from me to keep up on deadlines and information that I post. I encourage you to check these resources often. I post often on them, but that really will be, a lot of this is your own independent work, so everything that we're giving you in these meeting periods is going to be up on the Chapel High School Graduation Project website, so it's all there. It's up to you to go out there and use it, and I post extra stuff on there, links to students that have done the graduation project or senior project, basically the same thing in the past, videos that I find of them doing their product and some presentations. That's on the website as well, so it's a great resource.
But what did you do? What did you say? Or did you walk or did you run away? Where are you now? Where have you been? Did you go